Did I mention it's stretchy? Welcome back, guys. We are doing another review. Today, we're doing something that is right around the midsection. That's right, we're doing the Arcade Atlas belt. This thing is for all those days when you feel like you just need a little bit more stretch in your belt. So I contacted Arcade to see if I could test out one of their belts, to see if it was really worth the hype. And they sent me a belt. That being said, they are not paying me to say anything. If you haven't figured it out already, we only do honest reviews. But if you're new here, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. And if you're not new, hey, so glad you're back. Let's go over the specs. There's not too much with the specs with this. This is an up to 40 belt, which means up to 40 inches. They do have an up to 50-inch belt as well. This is the 1.5 version or 1.5-inch version, and they also have a slim, which is 1.25 inches. The other thing is that this belt costs $34.95. Now that we've gone over all of those really sweet specs, let's get into the features of this belt. So the first feature of this belt is the buckle. And the buckle is really well designed. It is made out of all plastic, which is really cool because when you go to the airport and they're like, take your belt off, then you have to sit there for 10 minutes taking your belt off and putting it in the box. With this, you don't have to. Something else about the belt is that it holds really well and it's contoured in a round fashion simply because that area is usually a little bit more round than most. Okay, the second feature of this is going to be that it is stretchy. I'm so down with a stretchy belt. I don't really like having a really rigid belt around my waist. I need something that moves and grooves with me as I pick up my kids, as I'm going for a little bit of a jog after a 2-year-old. You're gonna be bending over, you're gonna be doing all kinds of things. The stretch in this belt is actually super comfortable. Okay, another cool feature about this belt is that this is made out of 85% recycled materials, which is like recycled webbing and things like that. And they use Repreve. That's really cool. I really enjoy companies that are trying to do better for the world. So Arcade, job well done. So the stitching is another thing that is really nice. They have a seamless stitch. It's like almost like you can't see it now. This is black and they're not featuring the stitching. I actually really like how they have minimal branding. They have like a little bit of a plastic Arcade label on the side, and then they have like a little alpha symbol or Arcade symbol right here in the lower corner of the belt buckle. The other cool thing is that I can throw this on a pair of shorts and then I can throw it in the wash. I can also dry it. So I can basically just throw these in the laundry with my pants and they'll be totally fine. The other feature that we're gonna talk about is this loop right here. So here's your buckle and here is the little loop. This keeps that little funky tail end of your belt at bay. Most belts, you have that tail that just kind of like flops out into the middle of nowhere. This belt doesn't do that because it tends it to the backside or closest to your body, which I really like. Okay, the last feature that I'm gonna talk about is that they have a lifetime guarantee on workmanship. I really enjoy that, you know, companies guarantee their products. If something goes wrong, the stitching goes bad, or something on it breaks like a piece of plastic, then they replace it, which is really cool. Okay, now that we've talked about the features, let's go into what my final thoughts are on this belt. So after wearing this belt for almost 2 weeks now, I have thrown it in the wash with all of my pants and everything, and I can say that the black stayed black when I washed it, and it was very comfortable. I think that this is definitely worth the money. If you don't want to have a leather belt with a little flap that's hanging out the side, which I do, then this is totally worth it. I'll probably wear this belt on every single pair of shorts that I own. At the very least, everybody have one. If you're gonna go adventuring or sit in a car for a long period of time, you're gonna want this belt. They have a lot of like loud belts. They have Smokey the Bear belts. They have not even the Waves. This is even the Waves, welcome. They have Save the Waves belts. So they collaborate with a whole bunch of other brands. I think Arcade is doing a great job in the outdoor industry. This is going to be one of those belts that you're gonna see everybody wearing. So who am I gonna recommend this for? I'm gonna recommend this for the overland guy. I'm also gonna recommend this for the ultralight backpacker, and I'm also going to recommend this for the everyday Joe. Really, you're gonna wanna wear this belt if you're traveling in a car for a long period of time, if you're going for a hike. For the most part, you could wear this belt in every form and every fashion. Those are my final thoughts on the Arcade Atlas belt. So thanks for showing up, guys. Arcade, thanks for sending me this belt. I really appreciate it. So there is a link down below, and that is for Arcade's Atlas belt. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. We'd love to have you on board, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Yellow. This thing working? Yep, still pretty strong. Better I'm really weak.